one of the things about this is the length of the song. This has always interested me. It's like 7 minutes. It went to number one in Australia, obviously, and it was number one in Chicago, in Houston, and NYC. But it was obviously the biggest selling track in Australia. Can you imagine if someone today would play a 7-minute song? You think it would happen?
No, the attention span is too short now. They'd have a 7-minute song in a disco that people dance. It'd go 15 minutes because
That's so true.
House mixers dance. Yeah, but they don't play them on the radio, and it would never happen again, I don't think, ever. The way radio is geared up for commerciality and sponsorship and things like that, if you notice that they tend to play the same songs over and over and over and over because they have to get recognition. People have to lock on. Oh, that's my favourite song. I'm going to listen to that.
It's my favourite song because I've heard it 20 times over the past 20 hours.
I know it's but then they'll rotate it. They'll get another one. They'll get another, and they only cherry pick the songs that are going to reel people in. And unfortunately, people who play heavy rock and things like that will never get a look in as long as that situation continues.
And it's actually something I've been hearing. A radio presenter, I was talking about a song that just came out for me, and he off air was actually saying to me this is a thing that he's really concerned about. So it's interesting that there's more talk of this kind of thing happening. But one of the other things that I heard about, I read about through this, was that this was actually, for you, it was consecutive number ones off the first two. After this was part 3 into to Paper Walls, which was co-written by Johnny Young again, and that was the first time that Australian artists had 2 consecutive number ones with the first 2 singles. This was a first.
Yeah, it was a first. We weren't thinking about it. Of course,
no, but that's an amazing piece of history.
Yeah, it was. It was, but the problem is we knew that once you're at the top of the pile, there's only one way to go. You're going to keep sliding. So, and I had gotten to the point where, because Ian was making everything bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I kept saying to him, we can't do this. I want to do something simple. And we were disagreeing, and I said, I want to write all my own songs from now on. I don't want to be dependent on other people. And it went a bit pear-shaped, but fortunately Ian and I became friends again, but we wouldn't talk to each other for about 6 years.